I'm going to assess your letter now, word by word. So on the top, you have written down the date. I'm happy with that. There is no spelling mistake. That's good. And then you have written down the address is contact details. Mr. Robin Williams, manager, R&DS. So you should have mentioned the manager. Okay. So instead of writing just manager, you should have written down the manager. Okay. That's one mistake. All right. Dear Mr. Williams, that's good. I'm happy with that. And then you have written on the reference details of the patient, that is Mr. Sam Withers, aged 29. That's good. In the introduction paragraph, you have written on I'm writing to refer Mr. Withers, who has been recovering from the difficulties of bipolar disorder. Okay, you don't need to use capital B here, just small b is sufficient. Okay. All right, so instead of writing down capital B, bipolar disorder, you can use small bipolar disorder. Okay, small b is enough. All right, let's go to the next one. He requires continued care and management following his discharge today. Yes, everything else sounds good as far as the introduction paragraph is concerned. I'm happy with this. So socially, Mr. Withers lives with his father and sister in a rented house. That's good. I'm happy with that as well. There is no grammar mistake. He's a gardener. He's a gardener. I think it's gardener. It must have e before n. Okay, let me check the spelling here. I'm pretty confident that it must be gardener in a landscape. Yeah, that's correct. I'm right. So it starts with the G-A-R-D and then there is E before N. Okay. So your spelling is incorrect. Gardener. That's what you have written on. Okay. That's actually gardener. Okay. It's very simple. See this one, garden. Garden is what? G-A-R-D-E-N. Garden is the one, where you see all the, plants, shrubs and everything. So gardener, er, is the person who does those kinds of things, those kinds of activities. Okay, in relation to garden. So he's a gardener in a landscape, but unable to concentrate his works properly. Okay, for the last 6 months. Don't use works. Okay, work itself is fine. So his works is work. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. He's worked properly for the last 6 months. That's good. Everything else is all right. He was dismissed from the post by the employer in 2008 because. Did you place a comma here before because? Yeah, okay. So comma is not needed. That's wrong. Remove this comma, please. Okay. Now let me go to the next one. Because of poor communication and unauthorized sick leaves. You don't need to write down sick leaves, sick leave. Leaves, sick leave. You can say if the leave occurred frequently, you can say frequent unauthorized sick leave. That's okay. Father is supportive and renders care for him. It's not father is supportive, his father is supportive. That's how you need to say. Okay. Father is supportive. So you should say his father is supportive. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Is it render or renders? If it is render only, then it's wrong, because he, she, it always needs verb plus s. Okay, renders care for him. Mr. Withers was admitted to the hospital 10 days ago with a state of delusion. During subsequent days, he was treated with whatever the medicine, okay, lithium carbonate and fluoxetine. He was commenced on regular psychiatric visits for his delusional state. Okay, that's good. You know what this one is?
Sir, I forgot to attach the past medical history.
Okay, so you have to say regarding Mr. and then you have to write down whatever the Withers medical history. So you need to place an hyphen here, not between R and S. Okay, you could have done that. Or regarding Mr. Withers and then hyphen medical history, comma. Okay, so you have already attached it, right? Past medical history
Yes,
is
sir.
in the
Just for
second page. Oh,
I
okay. So
write.
you want to, oh, you have written on in the second page. Sorry. Okay, let me go through that first. So in terms of his past medical history, he has been using marijuana for the past 15 years. He has, what is this? Sorry.
Experienced
Oh,
chest
he has
infection.
experienced, okay, chest infection and pneumonia, okay, regularly, and a habit of drinking and smoking. Why are you writing down and a habit of drinking and smoking? You should have mentioned it in a separate sentence. Or and he has a habit of drinking and smoking. You could have mentioned and he has a. But because this one is wrong, you can't use and a habit of something. All right, that's wrong because he has experienced is different. Okay, this has gone with the past participle verb. If you write down a past participle verb here, then it's okay. But that's not the case. It's not a past participle verb. Okay, so under habit of drinking and smoking. Okay, so what you should have done is under habit. Okay, and he has a habit. Okay, that's what you should have done. All right, let me go to the next one. Okay, that's all right. Let me go back to the first page. All right. So it would be greatly appreciated if you could provide the aftercare with the mental health hospital home program for 1 week. Okay, with the mental health care program. I couldn't understand this one. Can you please tell me what is that aftercare? All right. Okay, provide the aftercare with the mental health hospital home program for 1 week. In addition that, no, it is in addition to that. In addition, comma that. So in addition that, you have to say in addition to that, comma. In addition to that, okay. Selective. All right, let me go to the next page. Selective. Serotonin reuptake inhibitors were also included in his medication regime. That's okay. Please monitor his medication compliance. That's good. And provide assistance with a social worker for a financial support. That's wrong. For a financial support. Support is an uncountable noun, and as a result, you don't need to use it. So for financial support, you have to remove oh please from here. Okay. in terms of his past medical history, he has been using marijuana. I think we went through this already, sorry. If you have any further questions, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yours sincerely, the registered nurse. Okay. All right. Let me go through the assessment now. Grammar could have been better. So you should have been using, the words that can make it complete. Okay. Use of punctuation marks, articles, and articles could have been better, could have been improved. Okay. Use of singular and plural nouns is not up to the mark because you have committed the mistakes in between. And you should use the nouns and verbs properly. Okay. Use of connectivity is okay. You're able to use all the connecting phrases, that's all right, but some of the connecting phrases weren't used properly, so that's not good. And apart from that, vocabulary is all right. I'm happy with the way that you have used vocabulary. Overall task fulfillment is also fine. You have organized the case notes effectively. Well done. All right. Okay, let me see, if you have included all the relevant case notes or not. So you have been caring for your client through the mental health hospital at home program, but it is now time to transfer him to the R&DS. Okay, using the information given in the case notes, write a letter of referral to Robin Williams, manager, R&DS, who will continue to care for your client. Okay, that's good.
So there
What
was
you
a
explained.
problem with my internet, sir.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. We'll go through that. We'll continue it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. The body of the letter should be approximately 180 to 200 words. Okay. So that's the one. Notes: Hospital, Flinders Medical Center, Ward 4 GP. Patient details: Sam Withers, 29, is unemployed. Is an unemployed man who was recently admitted to 4 GP in a delusional state. Admission date is 10/1/09. Discharge date is 18/1/09. Diagnosis is bipolar disorder. Past medical history: Sam has been a heavy marijuana user for the past 15 years. He has regular chest infections and has had several episodes of pneumonia. He smokes and drinks alcohol. Okay, social history and supports. Okay, Sam lives with his father and sister in a rented house in Christie's Beach. Okay, try not to use the same word. Okay, even if you can, change it to, home, that would be great. Do you know what I mean? At least to some extent. Okay. Okay, he used to work for a landscape gardener, but in the last 6 months has found it increasingly difficult to work regularly. After many sick days and a lack of communication with his employer, he was sacked just before Christmas 2008. His father is moderately supportive. He is supportive to some extent. Okay, that's what we understand from that. So regular psychiatric visits, that's done. Lithium carbonate, fluoxetine established. Follow-up care with the mental health hospital at home program for 1 week. Encouragement to maintain medication routine, especially crucial in early weeks As the SSRI is established, a social worker contact for assistance with the possible employment, money management. But did you mention like financial management in your letter? I'll have a look at it.
Yes, sir. Financial support.
Okay, where did you mention that? Sorry, medication compliance is okay. Medication regime is all right. Okay, all right. And unemployment? No. This is wrong. Social worker for financial support and employment. It's not unemployment. Provide assistance to the social worker for unemployment, for employment. Okay. For a financial support is wrong because support is not a countable noun. Okay, support is an uncountable noun, and as a result, you shouldn't use a. And unemployment, okay. Unemployment is incorrect. You shouldn't have used unemployment, okay. So you shouldn't have used unemployment. You should have used employment. Because even instead of writing down employment, okay, which is the same phrase from the case notes, you could have used something else for possible job opportunity. So we need the social worker to help him find out a job opportunity and manage manage his financial support. So you could have used some different words, okay, instead of writing down the same way. Okay, so what you could have done is, for example, I'll tell you this, okay, just to help you out on this, okay. All right, so what you could have done is that, could you also please arrange a social worker who can help him out to find a job opportunity and manage his financial situation. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you need to use as many different words as possible. You need to interpret the information. You can't write down using the same words. It's not good. I don't recommend you to do this, please. Do you understand anymore?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Yeah. It's really important that we interpret the information. So this is what exactly he needs, isn't it? You need to, speak with the social worker and request the social worker to help this particular person in finding out a job opportunity, okay, and then manage his financial situation, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is much better because when you look at the words I used, okay, look at this, arrange a social worker. So you can't change this one, okay, you don't need to use other synonyms. It doesn't mean that you have to use synonyms for each word. No, it's not the case. Wherever possible, okay, please use them. Because instead of employment, we can use job opportunity, isn't it? See this one? Social worker contact for assistance with the possible employment and money management, okay? So what I have done is, could you please arrange a social worker who can help him out to find a job opportunity and manage his financial situations better. Money management, financial situation, manage, okay, that's fine, that's all right, good. That's how you need to do it, okay. You cannot just simply use the same words. Wherever possible, you need to do this, okay. It is really, really important because vocabulary is going to be one of the important assessment parameters, and as a result, you need to use it as much as you can, please. Okay. The use of synonyms cannot be underestimated. I think when you go through the planning, you can mark it up. You can just mark up the synonyms just around them so that you can work out. All right, that can help you out a lot. I'm pretty confident about that. Okay, you need to interpret, actually you need to interpret the information.
Okay.
All right. Are you happy with my assessment? Is it all good? Now let's
Yes,
check.
sir, I'm
Yeah.
happy with your assessment. But today I will not get enough time to proofread.
Proofread, yes.
Yes, I just
Could have been,
came and
yeah,
written.
better with some synonyms, with the use of synonyms. So you could have used, I mean, some synonyms. Okay, it's not that bad. All relevant case notes were included. I'm happy with that. Well done. Presentation and layout are fine. You were able to give, blank space, so I mean blank lines between two sections, and you presented the the paragraphs correctly. I'm happy with that. Overall task fulfillment is also good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there are only a few things, renders, fathers, his father. Okay, don't say just father. His work, his work. Gardener, even gardener is the is the easy word to write down because you have got the same spelling there. I don't know why you can't write down the correct spelling here. Bipolar disorder is okay. Yeah.
Sir, my proofreading is not much good today,
It's
sir.
not that good. But to me, this sounds like. Okay, let me go through that once again. It's in addition to that. When you read this, it is in addition to that. Okay, for a financial support, there are some mistakes which are the major ones, whereas other mistakes are the minor ones. See, I'm still happy to give you a C plus grade for this letter. It's not that bad. I believe you should be able to get 300 for this one. So you should be able to get 300 out of 500 because only some of the mistakes are critical ones. Others are not. Okay, so I'm happy to give you 300 for this letter. It's not that bad. All right.